What's going on, guys? I just got back from watching It Chapter 2. It was a pretty good movie. I think the first one was a little better. And the second one, it was like almost 3 hours long, like getting close to like Lord of the Rings level here. You don't see the clown as much, you don't see Pennywise as much, but when you do see him, it's a lot creepier. It's just like the whole thing, like, all you had to do was call him names the whole time. Like, I don't understand. Like, spoiler alert, I guess, but I got a free cup out of it, and I thought this was the straw at first, and I thought you would just like squeeze this with your mouth, and but obviously that would be a ridiculous design, and who would think that? Probably just me. Anyways, in today's video, we are looking at portfolios that you guys sent in. I'm doing it with my friend Mike. He has his own YouTube channel. You can go check it out. I'll link it down in the description. He does code, he does cinematography, he does a bunch of kind of similar stuff to me, and we're taking a look. You know, two sets of eyes is better than one, and what he sees is different than me, and we kind of have like a good dynamic going back and forth. So if you do me a favor, go check out his channel. So in addition to just reviewing the portfolios, we set a timer for 3 minutes, which is just about how much time you get from a CTO or an HR person. And you have to remember, when you're submitting these, when you're applying for jobs, you need to be very conscious of their time. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to find out what you can do and the links to your projects and the repos and all of that stuff. You'd be very careful, because you might be at the bottom of the stack on a Friday and it's 5 o'clock and they still have to get through the stack before they can go home. You think when they get to you, they're going to be really excited, even if you have the best project in the whole stack or the best portfolio in the whole stack. You got to be very careful. And so we're trying to imitate that in this video. And so when you hear the little beeper go off, that's what that is, 3-minute timer. And I think it adds kind of like keeps the video paced a little better. And if you want to see more reviews like this, we can do cover letters, we could do resumes, we could do portfolios. I don't think GitHub reviews are that great, just really depends, so I don't really want to do that. But if you want to submit yours, it's josh@grinddrill.com or mike@grinddrill.com. We have a nice dynamic going on, so I think we'll continue to do this as a pair, and he might do some on his channel, so if you go check it out, you might see yours reviewed over there. That's all there is for the intro section of this video. Thank you so much, everyone who continues to support the channel and who submitted your portfolios for all eyes of the channel to see. You're doing everyone a service, and I hope I also help you guys out, and Mike, thinks the same. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, so we're gonna pull up the timer. It's 3 minutes. I'm gonna click start, and we're gonna take a look at Luke. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. First thing I notice here is I'm a front-end developer and a Team Treehouse Tech graduate. There's a little weirdness in two parts. First, the team isn't bold, but Treehouse Tech degree graduate is. And then the second thing is you don't really need "and the Team Treehouse Tech degree graduate based in this city." You could just say, "Hi, I'm Luke, a front-end developer," delete the rest. And then there's this weird flashing in the back, like every time. This doesn't happen every second, but this happens
every time the
occasionally.
picture loops through.
Yeah, okay.
When he reaches the end of the picture.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting. We got your projects down below. That's good. That's a good spot. We have an e-commerce store. The buttons are kind of not centered.
Yeah, for me it's terrible. Like if you zoom out to 4K resolution, it's terrible.
Oh, they're way off then.
Like you go from this moving picture to this white background, like the continuity feels really hard cut. I would keep the color palette going, so the brown and blue and gray.
One thing I noticed is that when you click on this little modal pops up, and then inside that modal you have live view and GitHub repo, which is good, but you shouldn't make me click so that I can click. 20 seconds left. Anything else? Mobile friendly?
Again, change the white background. You got like a drop shadow going, but there's no background, so it doesn't really feel like it's floating in there. There's a lot of projects.
Yeah, projects are good. I just need better buttons.
But put your best projects at the top, and if you have projects here that you wouldn't be comfortable for them to click on and make a judgment on how good you are, then take them off.
Based on this, would you bring him in for an interview? I would.
I would. I like his projects. Some of them are nice.
All right, reset the timer. The first thing I know immediately is that this is a template from HTML5 up. This is the dimension template. I've seen this before. This is almost a direct copy paste job, which is, it's not that big of a deal, but
he might get called out on it.
It's more about what's in here and your projects and how you built it than how you made the portfolio.
If you explain it right, they might even see it as a positive, like, oh, he didn't spend hours on a portfolio project, he just used what works.
We're missing links to the actual code for this stuff though. Like there's no repo, there's just sites. Not too many clicks, and I got options right away. The blank photo there in the middle, you should probably fix that or take it out. I think this about me section is a little bit too long. I would save stuff like this for the cover letter. That's it. There's not much more to look at here. I mean, I think it's pretty decent. We got a minute left, and I've already decided. Well, I haven't taken a deep dive into projects yet, but
I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say yes, just because I can't see the code. There's no.
He has a link.
How do I?
At the bottom, you can go to his GitHub.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. It's a lot of steps. I got 45 other portfolios in my list. Why would I want to spend another 20 minutes looking for code? Close the tab and move on to the next.
Give me links to the code and then I'll bring you in. That's where I'm at. All right, I'm gonna start the timer. You ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. This is an exact copy of this template again, but this has been redesigned. We added a section, shortened the lines down.
The logos for each section definitely needs a realignment, but the about is like touching the line.
They're not centered.
I would put the about inside the box with the person.
Yeah, move the words up. The portfolio section. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you have all the links needed for everything. Skills section. You don't need this. This doesn't matter to me. This is going to be a section on your resume. The picture of your about section is stretched out. My name is Eduardo. I'm an aspiring front-end developer. Don't say I'm an aspiring front-end developer because you are a front-end developer. Just because you haven't been given a job doesn't mean you're not a front-end developer yet. Yeah, I would bring him in. His projects are easy to get to. One thing, I know we're going past 3 minutes. I just found a bug here. Just click on some pages and get those animations going. Like click on those links and then click back a few times and watch how the page doesn't load. I don't know, Eduardo, if you're watching this, you might want to fix this. All right, we're gonna do Jobin, starting the timer. Here we go. Got an option for me to change pictures in the background. I don't know why I would need this. This is just a splash page, just a landing page. You can remove these arrows on the side. Again, we have a picture. They can find your picture on LinkedIn. I don't think this.
If you're gonna put a picture, at least smile and look happy.
You have a timeline here. I'm not sure I need a timeline, really. This should be your history on your resume if I'm interested. All I want to see are your projects, and you're making me scroll really far down to get to your projects.
Technical skills is like this carousel. You're hiding, like I might not see it's a carousel and like, he doesn't know C#, so I'm not going to hire him. But if I really move it around a bit, I could see that you have C# or C++ or whatever.
This is take this off. It's going to be obvious what experience level you are when they give you a code test or when they look at your projects. Let them qualify you based on the results. Let the results speak for yourself. So 3 robotics projects that I can't see, 3 websites made that I can't see, 1 blockchain project that I can't see. Doesn't have a link. It's just a view. Oh, so it brings up a picture. That doesn't do anything for me.
I'm just nitpicking, but one thing, like he has the get in touch button, and when I click it, it opens up like Windows email or whatever, and I never use that. So what I would do is just replace it with the little input box that you put in your email, and it sends you like an automated email.
You've got a lot of projects yet. I can't find them. I can't even get. Your GitHub is up here, but what's that going to do for me? I have to hunt.
The organization of this, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to see a project. Why not put those at the top?
Well, the thing is, you can't see the projects. All you can see are screenshots of the projects. Will we bring them in? Probably not. I'd be confused, and I don't have enough information. No resume links, nothing like that. I'm gonna say no.
I would say no, just because I don't see his projects. Like,
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know if he's good or not?
So we need some evidence here. All right, I'm gonna reset the timer. 3 minutes. So what I would say is, I'm a developer currently studying computer science at the University of Washington. That'd be it. Learn about what I do. Okay. I don't think you need this button here. Beautiful, fast, dependable software. Some of my recent work. No. Okay, so flip these. Learn about what I do, and then have this button drop me to your recent work.
I don't know. He's saying good UI and UX. Like I want to see examples. I don't see an example.
Excel data compiler, large data organizer written in C#, and another one written in C#. If I click it, it takes me to a GitHub. The problem here is that there's no way for me to use this without downloading it, and I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know what this repo is. I can't download this. This might be trying to hack me here. I'm not gonna do it. It's not safe for me to download these unless I specifically ask you to make something that I can clone and download and run as like a code test. Also a lot of clicks. Also I have to follow your README, and I have to figure out what to do if there's not a README. Yeah.
He has LinkedIn and GitHub buttons, but they're like grayed out.
You say good UI and UX, yet these buttons don't stand out enough for me to know that they're clickable. I'm just assuming that they are.
If you're gonna have a link, make it so it opens in another tab, not in the current tab.
Yep.
Like if I'm checking out a project, I'm going to be coming back to your portfolio, so don't make me realize that I don't have your portfolio open and I have to go back to find it.
I'm not gonna bring them in because I don't want to have to download your projects to see what you can do. It's just too much for me to do to figure out if you can do what you say. What about you?
No code for the project. All I can see is screenshots that are very, very small. I mean, the page looks good, it's just the interaction isn't good. So once you fix those little details, it's going to be a very good portfolio. You're trying to sell yourself here, and like if you had a website with the store, would you make it so you have to click 5 things to get to your store? Or would you make it on the first page, the first thing you jump on?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you make that sale right away. Put your projects right under your name. Hi, I'm Jasdeep. Here are my projects. Here's what I've done. Here's what I can do. And if you want to email me, here's an input box. Boom, done.
Love with your heart and use your head for everything else. Captain Disillusion. Literally, that's a quote on the page.
That background is from a game. I don't remember the game, but
Firewatch, I think.
yeah, Firewatch.
Getting ahead of our stuff. We gotta set timer before we do it. Is this one long page? Oh no. We'll set the timer before we dive in.
I'm getting a finger cramp from all the scrolling.
Ugh.
Don't cut this out.
All right, Mr. Frenzoid. I'm not sure if that's your actual name. Like, am I supposed to like call you up and call it hello? Is Mr. Frenzoid there? Like, for real? Like, what? I'm not sure. Then the first thing you show on the page is the about me, which is not needed. You don't need this about me section first. I want to see what you can do.
One thing I'm going to call out right now, Mr. Frenzoid, is you have a Steam thing here on the about me page. You do that once you get the job and you find a coworker that plays a game like you, and you're like, hey, you want to play it, but you don't like, you could say something once on Steam that's really bad and they can find it, and then they're gonna not want to hire you.
Plus rep. This guy is the sexiest guy to have ever guide. That's one of the comments on this Steam page. Yeah, you should probably take this off. You get trolled on the Steam profile comments, so I'd probably not include that.
There's so much space between every single page. Like, there's so much scrolling space.
I think this would be better off as sections, and I don't think you need to scroll me slowly to each one.
It's very obvious he likes games, and that's all, you know, that's cool and all, but is it relevant to the, you know, you're trying to get an interview here. Once you get the interview, you can talk about, you know, once you get the job, talk about games all you want, but is this relevant to getting you an interview? Let's say I'm an HR lady and I really don't like games, and I get this up in front of me now, and I have to like try and get the relevant information. You know, I find it's a lot more work.
We're out of time. Read, watch movies, and then you have an emoji. You have a colon and a capital D for like the smiley face. Take that out.
You're targeting a specific type of person, and if you don't get that specific type of person, it can go very wrong. And it's not professional to take someone's application because you don't like video games, but people will discriminate without admitting it. I would maybe bring him in just because it's me, but I'm just thinking in a general HR person, I don't think they would.
Can we just notice here that there is no actual projects on here? Portfolio is supposed to be for your project. There's no actual project. But what's going on in your world, Mike? Here's your 15 seconds of fame.
I don't know. I got some machine learning projects coming in, video, cinematography stuff. If you got more resume or projects and you want us to check it out, you can send it to either mike@grindreel.com or josh@grindreel.com.